Hi, it's the Three Skate Mates back again. Harry's doing the camera this time. I'm Lee, this is Thomas.
Hi.
Tom's from Skaters Scorpions. He also plays in the roller hockey team. And this is another one of our videos just to show you and give you some hints and tips on how to improve your skating setup with your skates in particular. Things like adjusting your wheels, tying laces, speeding up your bearings, different things that people who are new to skating often struggle or don't realise that you can do. A lot of people, they get their skates factory made or factory bought, should I say, and they just skate them around, don't realise that you can clean things, adjust things, different bits and pieces, or often don't know how to. So we've done one already on how to adjust your wheels. This next one's going to be, we're going to explain why you get yards and yards and yards of lace with your skates, because people often just wrap them round and then tie them up. And there's nothing wrong with doing that, works fine, but there is a proper way of doing it, and the proper way for me is different for everybody else. So if you don't agree with what we're saying and you've got a better way, then that's great, that's fantastic. But for people who don't know, this is just one way of doing it, which is effective, and I got shown this way by a coach who's been coaching roller hockey for many years, and he showed me how to do this. So we're going to pass it on to you now, and hopefully you'll get it. It might be a little bit awkward sitting down within the confinements of the camera, but we'll show you how to do it. So these laces, as you can see, I don't know how long they are, I think they come about 2 or 3 metres, something like that. What you want to do is, to start with, so we'll undo them up like that, and hopefully you can see this properly. What you want to do is obviously get your foot in it. I'm not going to stick my foot in it and then try and show you, because it's probably going to be awkward, and I'm probably going to end up upside down with my legs in the air and on top of Tom and God knows where. But what you basically need to do without your foot in, obviously, is get your foot in, adjust your, pull up your laces from this point here so that your foot's nice and snug inside the skate, and then the first thing to do is to cross the laces over like this at the front. As you pull your laces through, keep your strands separate like that, so you've got a nice bow, and at this point you don't have to over tighten them, so a lot of people try and keep the tension on. You don't have to do that with this method. So it's good for kids who are learning. And then what you want to do is pass each lace through the loop at the back. That's what the loop's for, in case anyone's noticed, or wondered, should I say. So you pass that through there, and this lace through there, so they cross over. You just thread it through. It's a little bit fiddly, like that. There we go. So you've got a band around the top of the skate now, like that, and that's supposed to be the ankle support part of tying the lace. And then what you do is you pass the laces underneath the skate, so cross them over underneath. Again, you don't need to keep them tight at this stage. And then you thread each lace up and through the loop, so it comes up there and through the loop. Again, you can keep them fairly loose. And this one as well. You're not saying much, Tom?
No, I'm not.
Do you agree with what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Up through the loop like that. And then at this point is where you put the pressure on and you start to tighten the lace. So you lift, keep the laces fairly short, and you can see it all starting to tighten, and then you pull down, okay? And then shorten your lace grip, pull it up a bit more, yeah, it'll move around, it's not quite feeling like that. So you're pulling up and pulling down, and that gives like a pulley action, so it doubles the power that you're putting through the lace, like that. And then when that's tight enough, so you'll feel it on your foot, it's tight, cross them back underneath. Try and keep this part as tight as you can. Okay, so you're passing them underneath like that, and then you bring it up over the front of the skate, and I'll turn it around so you can see. Up over the front of the skate there, and cross it over, so like that. And then the last part, or the second to last part, is you cross it underneath the heel, like that. Back to the front and put in your final crossover like that, and then you can finish it off by putting a bow in and tying it like a normal shoelace. Now this will be a bit looser than what it is when you're on your foot, because obviously you push your foot down and you grip it like that, and then double knot it on. Yeah, you're right. Okay, like that. Now it looks like a higgledy-piggledy combination of where the lace is going, but each of the strands has got a purpose. So the crossover ones that you've put in round here obviously support this part of the skate. This one here provides some support around the side of the skate, but leaves the ankle knuckle free to rotate. So if you're doing hockey manoeuvres and stuff like that, it gives you a little bit of freedom. Some people like to keep one band of lacing higher. It's up to as I say, it's up to the individual. This is how we do it. And then of course the cross one, what comes back here, keeps your foot pulled back into the skate. So you've got 3 methods of support with this tie off. And that of course uses up all the lace and it's nice and tidy. So we're not so much going here for keeping a nice clean skate and making it look pretty. What we're doing is we're serving a purpose with the lace, so to provide support to the skate. Okay, so I hope you found that useful. Have I forgotten anything, Tom?
I personally would say that I would use that method because when I used to tie it underneath, like thread it through, it wasn't as tight as that.
Yeah,
so
so what he's talking about is where you pull down on the lace to give it a sort of a pulley action. It tightens and it pulls right round the skate, and you can feel it gripping onto your leg or onto your foot, should I say. So that's our method of tying. I believe there are many other methods of doing it, but this works for us. So if you find that useful, fantastic. Look out for our other videos, and we're going to be doing one shortly on how to clean cheap bearings and make them go faster, which is quite interesting, and it saves quite a lot of money on buying expensive bearings to start off with. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you again shortly in our other videos. Thanks very much. Bye.